Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just finna go. I'm just finna go. Yeah, I hit threes with no eyes. Threes from the ring, no lie. Cross my heart and I die. They don't wanna catch me outside. They see no wave, it's a tie. I couldn't take a L if I tried. Funny when I start trying to play around with them, they really start feeling my vibe. They can't reach where I'm trying to reside. Out of reach, if I fall, I'ma die. Way too high, if I slip, I'ma glide. Never know I'm alone for the ride. I'm about to become a menace, I promise. They can restart when I finish, I'm just being honest. Can't nothing stop me from climbing. They'll always find them a problem, yeah. Hopefully
yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode 3 from the Ring Podcast. Of course, it's your boy Chris J. Got your boy Trust Sav on here.
Yo.
And Tyler will be joining us shortly. Later, he's getting Big Macs and shit like that, so he'll be here when he get here. But either way, we're gonna give you guys this nice little fun talk. Give you another exciting podcast episode. We got a lot to talk about, ranging from UFC 264, I think. Oh shit, I don't know. Rachel Nichols and Hayden her heart. We got NBA Finals talk, and we got a lot of fun things happening in wrestling this week, and including AEW doing some major things. But yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. But let's go ahead and just get the UFC shit out the way now. So Daytra, I'll let you cook on that end.
Yeah. UFC insert number here is this Saturday. Big matchup between Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor. Dana announced whoever win this match guaranteed the next title shot. So big implications. Not really for Conor or Dustin, to tell you the truth, because they're at the point of their careers when a title shot, they probably make more money fighting like Nate Diaz or something like that. But still, it gives that factor for you to tune in to see. Now, for Conor, a title is like, but for the UFC, Conor with a title is like money. So I'm pretty sure they're trying to set him up the best way possible. He's coming off of losses, so it's kind of weird.
Losses, right?
But hey, money speaks louder than your fight record. But that's the biggest fight of that card. You also got fights like Wonderboy versus what's that boy Tyron beat? He got a brother in the UFC too. I can't think of his name. If I knew the number of this card, I have it pulled up. But me and UFC numbers, it's Is it 240 something or 260 something? You know what? Let's do Dustin versus Conor. Because I'm getting a blank right now with these freaking names. Year 257. So we was in the middle. Oh no, that was the last event.
Yeah, that's the last one. Okay,
this is just 264. I think it is, right? Yeah, 264. Okay. I was actually going to say 64, to tell you the truth, but I was scared. But yeah, so Dustin versus Conor McGregor, that's the fight. Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Thompson. It probably won't mean a title shot for Gilbert, but in the line, it probably sets up Stephen Thompson for a shot at that belt. Fans love Stephen Thompson, striker, karate, all around nice guy. When Jorge Masvidal got the baddest motherfucker belt, Stephen Thompson got the nicest motherfucker belt, which is hilarious. Everybody loves him. So Taya and Tuivasa versus Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy, former NFL player, also smacked the shit out of his wife.
Beat Woo! just read his the indictment.
And then Tuivasa, if I can say his name right, my apologies. They're going against each other. Both up and coming heavyweights. Tuivasa coming off some major wins. I think Hardy coming off of a loss. So Definitely check that out. That nigga two of us is just one big ass Samoan nigga. Uh, Irene Aldana versus Yana. Some last name begins with a K. I ain't even gonna cap. This is my casualness is coming in the show. Don't know who the fuck these two people is. I did a bantamweight fight. We got Sean O'Malley versus Chris Mountain Hall. Um, so give me one second. It's a Sean O'Malley fight, so it's great that it's opening up the card.
Ain't this his comeback fight too, right?
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, we got this.
I gotta get this back though. Hold on.
All right, cool. But so I'm gonna go ahead and just say shit. So for the casual nigga like me, I'm cool with this card. McGregor's fighting, so he probably will get his ass whooped. It'd be funny as hell if he did get his ass whooped. It'd be neat. So I'm cool with that aspect. But me, I'm more focused on FanDuel aspect. And shout out to FanDuel. And one day you guys will sponsor You Tweaking Media, so make sure you do that. And as on the topic of that, as FanDuel is loading, I'm about to let you guys know what's going on in that aspect. But make sure you follow us on Twitter at Threes from the Ring. Subscribe to You Tweaking Media on all platforms: YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. But Day Trust back.
Yeah, it's one of them events. If you got it, definitely pay for it. Need you break pocket for it? You can watch it through Twitter. If them pockets is hurting, understandable. Shit, mine might be hurting around that time, so most likely won't pay for that event. But, and I mean, like when I say it, ain't no streaming sites out there no more. So
yeah, Dana White won. Dana White won.
If you do, be prepared to be looking for a while, and you probably won't catch it until the main event, which is a good thing. But that's that. The next event after that, of course, UST 265. That card ain't just fleshed out yet, but it's Amanda Nunes most likely about to smoke somebody. So, don't be like me and bet against her unless you're trying to win thousands and thousands of dollars while losing 5. But just get ready. It should be a nice event. And that's pretty much it. Ain't no like glaring news. It's just you'll see.
Yep. So, and also on the FanDuel shit, if you are looking to bet, USC 264 has a offer of risk free up to $10. So you want to take that chance. Any UFC 264 parlays, you got a $10 risk free bet. So go crazy on that shit. So feel free. But let's go ahead and get into the sport known as basketball. Let's go ahead to final shit first. So we are currently in game 2. Well, by the time this comes out, game 2 of the final should have happened. Suns won game 1 in very decisive manner. Giannis did play game 1, so he more likely will be playing from here on out. If you looked at the numbers, you'll be like, oh, okay, he had a okay game, but he looked pretty bad out there. Giannis was with like 20. He had 20 and like 13 rebounds, so like an okay game. But he just didn't look like Giannis out there. Suns just looked dominant throughout. Chris Paul literally put a point guard masterclass on them niggas. Played Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis out the damn game. Devin Booker just was that nigga out there. And DeAndre Ayton was looking like Moses Malone in 1984. So that's all I need to say in regards to that. And just the Suns just looked dominant. Monty Williams outcoached Mike Budenholzer with ease. And I'm not going to sit there and rush and say, oh, Suns in 5 or they're going to sweep, because I doubt the Bucks get swept. But I will say that if game 2 is going to tell me all I need to know on how quick or how slow this series is going to go from there. So those are my initial.
That nigga named Malachi Black.
It's either Malachi Black or Tommy End. We'll figure that shit out. They don't even know yet.
I'd be mad as hell. Fuck
That
my
is
name
'cause
Malachi for.
But that's what he called himself in his Twitter thing. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, my bad. I just like I said, I woke up like 2 seconds ago.
You good?
Shout out to Tommy End though. Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No, it's on you.
Talk about the finals game.
Yeah.
Fuck that game. I lost money on that game.
We both lost money because of that damn game. G shit. Yeah, you said that like
you go on a final stage and play your worst basketball. You do not deserve any money. Any contract.
Oh, Tyler got it.
Ever.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry for my tardiness.
And look, we well into this, G. So,
But yeah, if you
wait, Tyler, rotate your camera, G. You sideways.
if you are a main,
Oh, I got it sideways because I'm trying to charge my phone, so the way I got it propped up is.
Oh, okay. All right, you good. But go ahead, Detroit. G.
if you are a main, how do I say, rotational piece, or even if you are a big three like Drew Holiday, and you pull up a dud finals game in which your star player is not 100%, so you have to step up. Wrap that shit up, bro. Fucking Brook Lopez can't have more worth than you on this team, bro. Because he don't. Bobby Portis can't have more worth than you on this team, bro. Because he don't. You did not play defense on Devin Booker or fucking Chris Paul. So we can't say that was what your highlight was in this game. Most of all, and this is what hurts the most, you didn't win me no money. It was particularly you. Everybody else eventually hit their market, except for you. Chris told me, "Oh man, Brook Lopez don't get rebounds." He got those rebounds.
How many rebounds did he get though?
He got the ones I needed. How many I said?
I don't know.
I said, hold on. Thank God I don't put big ass amounts of money on these games, bro. Fuck me over. I need a Brook Lopez to get over 5 fucking rebounds. Hopefully he got me those fucking 5 rebounds. Come on, it's 5 rebounds. He definitely got them bitches. I'm not even worried.
The way DeAndre Ayton's getting boards on that shit.
Hey, damn, that said DeAndre Ayton could have had 100 in that game. Lopez gave me 6. Come on, bro. Quit playing with folks. It was Brook Lopez and PJ Tucker. I needed the PJ Tucker to give me 4. All right, PJ Tucker's a bitch too. Another bitch ass nigga is Jay Crowder. How the fuck you have 1 point? You are a starter. Look at Milwaukee. PJ Tucker give you 7, but he can't do nothing but jog. How do you give me 1 point? I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm rooting for the bag. So fuck that.
He's not rooting for the bag.
Shout out to Devin Booker. Shout out to Chris Paul. That Ben Laugh for Chris Paul getting 30 was talking to me. I was gonna do that. It was talking to me, bro.
I was thinking about it too, G.
Talking to me.
I was definitely thinking about it.
Also, Andre Ayton getting 20 rebounds was talking to me too. But, thank God I didn't do that one either. Almost was there. But other than me losing money, it was a solid game. The pace that Phoenix can play, Mike Budenholzer do not want none of that pace, bro. You don't want that smoke, especially when Giannis being comprehended and him finding a way to always, play Brook Lopez. You don't want that pace. A lot of niggas. This is the thing about coming out the East in a way. I don't know if it's the air over there in the playoffs or some shit, but a lot of your fucking role players are gonna look really, really good in the beginning rounds. Come that fucking finals, some ugly ass basketball gonna be played. People like Brett Fords or Brendan don't expect him to smack every 3, so don't pass it to him every fucking time. I don't care if you are trying to. Ain't no such thing. I'm trying to get him in rhythm. Who the fuck is he?
All I'm gonna say is this in regards to Brandon Forbes. If Budenholzer falls for the trap and plays super small against the Suns, they're going to get swept. They're getting swept.
Because the thing is, Devin Booker though he ain't the tallest guard on the man, but he don't play like no small. He ain't playing like fucking like Steph or a Clay. Well, not Clay play big too. He ain't playing like a Steph or any other light skinned nigga that they like to compare him with. Nah, that nigga playing like Cole. No cap. If his jump shot ain't going in, he going to the rack and he gonna go to the line. His game is one of them niggas. Like he a Kobe disciple, and it's not one of them. I hate two things in his playoffs right now because you put one is a wild expectation on one player. You don't need that for Devin Booker to be the next Kobe. Still talking about that Kobe stuff. I understand it makes a great story, but if he was cut from a different cloth, he'll be sitting 0 points right now because that is a crazy mantle to uphold. And then they continue asking what Chris Paul means to this team, and they're like fucking 17 goddamn games in. What the hell do you think he means to this goddamn team? Like, you don't have to ask this question. If Devin Booker wins Finals MVP, which probably won't happen, fuck it. If my dark horse DeAndre Ayton wins Finals MVP, and they asked this nigga during his interview what Chris Paul meant to him on this team, I won't stand for it. But going back to what I was saying, like he plays tough, and Devin Booker ain't no bitch. He might look like a fucking cartoon character, but he ain't no cartoon character, dog. He real. He a real hooper. And we had that motif last year when it came to the bubble hoopers. He the only bubble hooper who came him and Dame, the only two niggas. We still got our shit. TJ Warren got hit with the injury, bam. Couldn't even step on the court for more than 3 games. Tyler Hero, Rachel Nichols ain't that no more to help you with Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler ain't that to help you with Rachel. Look, you know what I mean by that. So it's these real niggas playing the best. But me personally, I'm glad this game was a blowout. Mind you, do I need every game to work? Game ones can be blowouts to me, right? And especially when it's these two teams. Like, get this finals over with. Let's get the Phoenix Suns or Milwaukee. They chip. Milwaukee ain't win one since like 70. I don't know when. So let's 71. Get them their first chip. Because back then it was still colored fucking signs in their washing rooms and shit like that. So especially in Milwaukee, who the fuck goes to Milwaukee? Now let's get these people their chips. Let's get these people their ducats. And let's get to free agency so we can bitch and moan about that as well. But it was a good finals game. It was like I said, the pace told the story. Monty Williams, fantastic coach. Mike Budenholzer most likely loses his job, especially if they get swept. Yo,
if they get swept.
Let me tell you something. You get swept, and you don't fire Mike Budenholzer after getting you to the mountaintop. Because we talk about Phoenix Suns having sheer luck. Brooklyn Nets lost 2 of their stars in game fucking 1 and 2. If you and then Philly literally was scared. 2 teams that you have to worry about. If you don't take care of business and at least make this to a 6 or 7 game, I'm sorry, Budenholzer ain't got to be there. Look, you see what hiring black coaches do for your team, except for Doc Rivers. You see what that does? Look what Monty Williams is doing in Phoenix. 2 years made that team a great team. Look what Nick McMillan, a real nigga coach, did with Atlanta in like fucking 40 games. Look what Ty Lue did when he stole that other nigga's job. Really made a difference in this team. Look. Tell you this right now. If no Clippers end up being like Pussy Willows next season, they are going to be a force to deal with. Because they know they can get there now. Ain't no, I'm scared. Woody, woo. They know they can get there now. They lost their best player. So they know they can get there now. If I'm any other team in the West, I'm like, all right, I don't want to see the Clippers, like I don't want to see the Lakers, and I don't want to see the Warriors. What do I do not to get in that side of the bracket on the playoff rim? Trust me, that's going to be a side of a bracket. It's going to be a side in which you got to avoid them 3 niggas.
That's impossible
And
to
you probably only
avoid.
gonna be able to avoid one.
It's like you want to look. You better hope if you see all three. For one, that means record wise something weird happened. For one,
No, okay. If you
all,
look at it, Clippers, Lakers, 1-2, guaranteed one.
wait, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah,
Guaranteed 1-2-3, right? Boom. Warriors coming off a Clay injury. They might not have Kelly Oubre, might not come back, might move Wiggins. 6, 7, 8 range, right? Then you throw the hopefully Dallas, Utah in that mix. But there will be a situation in which you gotta pick between if I want to see these three niggas. Now, if that's back to back to back in a playoff bracket, hey, good night, bro. You done. You know, you this wasn't your year. I don't care if you will be the returning champs next year. But that's neither here nor there. That's in the future. But I personally do like this final series. I like the matchup. I'm not mad. I'm not a complainer saying, oh, like the amount of times LeBron's name was mentioned during this playoffs, and it just amplified during the fights. I don't give a fuck if he's not here. England. I'm not even gonna watch Space Jam 2. That's how much I don't give a fuck about what Bron doing right now, bro.
Me too. Let me just say this because look, G. Am I a LeBron fan? Yes, but don't tag me and shit. And this goes and look, respect to the homie Baki, but G, I don't give a fuck. This is just me outright saying it, G. I don't care. I'm not the spokesperson for that fan base because them niggas don't know hoops like I do. But I don't care. I'm enjoying basketball at its purest right now. It makes me happy. Actually.
Right, and that's what I think people need to get back to doing. Just enjoy the game for what it is. Just because your favorite players.
Basketball fandom is not where it's at. Like the way it goes now, right? The way basketball fandom is brought up now, it's you are fans of players. So no matter what, when you become a dick rider of a single player, the way conversations go instead of being team, when you're a dick rider of a team, that's you got team pride. You stick up for Jay Crowders and shit like that. When you're a dick rider of a player, it's fuck that. We're that favorite player. Let's talk about him. The fact that Bron is the most popular player in the league, thank God, is somewhat dwindling down because it's towards the end of his career. We're gonna get talk from major media outlets and things of that nature about Bron. I think I'm undisputed, which I will say this is another thing. If anybody believes that is a legit sports talk show, stop. It's not there, right? It's made for entertainment. They talked about how Bron and Dame shaking hands in LA it was stopping.
It was like, gee.
Was cloud.
It's literally Jerry go do promo for that move. Chill out.
And they said it was clouds over Chris Paul's finals. They said Bron was trying to take the. So one thing I respect, one thing I always respect Bron's career for is the way he manipulates and changes the narrative for himself and whoever the team he's playing with. Things that I know some people hate when people change narratives and stuff like that. I personally don't give a fuck. But that's what he does, right? And that's what he is for that team. Me personally, was saying that, let's stop talking about him because there comes a time when Bron probably got 3 years left. If y'all can't be... Let's say this. We got Zion. But if the only pressure y'all going to have on Zion becoming a great player is if he going to choose between New Orleans and New York... We might as well wrap that one up right now, right? Wrap that one up right now. We got KD in his primest of primes right now. If the only thing y'all gonna talk about is the way he plays the game or what he doing on Twitter, let's wrap that up. Steph Curry ain't got no super team right now, so we know y'all ain't gonna talk about him. And Giannis about to get exposed in the finals game. So if these players ain't gonna be up to part of me hoping Giannis get this Finals MVP in this ring in the years that he played because his resume is untouched. He can retire tomorrow. First ballot Hall of Fame.
He's automatic Hall of Fame. That resume is disgusting.
That resume is untouchable. Giannis probably will win no cap. Giannis will probably get 2 more MVPs. This is not a cap.
I say one. It's too much talent. It's too much talent.
Bro, you mean it? We see what the numbers Giannis put up this year.
Yes.
And we know water fatigue is a thing, bro. But they was just about to give Curry an MVP if he had a fucking 6 seed of a record, bro. They was gonna get that nigga MVP.
Yeah, I think they was too.
So I think Zion and Luka forever proving niggas wrong in what we have expectations of him, and I mean in a bad way. So I know the Zions or Lukas, they coming, but Giannis has a good chance of winning one next year. I think AD is just shot out the window. You know, Bron voters fatigue, KD voters fatigue. Even though there's some times like on that Warriors team, KD should have won one. I think
KD possibly could still one more, maybe.
No, hell no. The way Brooklyn management gonna be next year, my nigga, coming off of injuries galore. You think KD gonna average 25?
He's going to average 25.
He's gonna average 25.
He's going to average over 25. This is KD. Muggs thought he wasn't going to average 23, and this nigga averaged close to 30.
No, you right. No, you right. Okay, he gonna have. Okay, all right, great. But it's gonna be like 50 fucking games played. We not because one KD just like his best brother, fucking Kyrie Irving. So we ain't gonna see it. But back to
the finals though. But yeah, the main thing is, I think the Suns really have good control of momentum. You can still expect a good game out of Jay Crowder.
Would you not have momentum when they beat the best 3 teams in the West, bro?
They did.
They did. They beat the best. They beat a Bron. I don't care if he's fucking injured. He's Bron. First round. They beat a healthy fucking MVP. Second round. Did he have a second? You gotta talk to when nobody's stepping up on Denver. You do not talk about the Suns getting through. That's a Denver problem. We need to sit down and why we couldn't have a consistent second best player problem. Mm-hmm. But they beat Jokic. They beat the shit out of Jokic. Like Jokic, nobody's gonna talk about how DeAndre Ayton contained the fuck out that nigga.
That nigga still averaged 30 in a triple double.
But he's a top the Alvin Range is top 5 great player. Of course Joel Embiid did too, but Capella wasn't wrong when he said come second half. He asked. Guess what happened? Every second half, butt cheeks. So, look, shout out to my nigga Aiden. And then, when against that Clippers team, was there impaired without Kawhi? Yeah, but it shows without Kawhi, that is a playoff team with fucking regardless. They got hitters. They got the quote unquote word I hate the most, dogs.
I hate that. I still don't believe they have dogs.
Terrence Mann.
Let's see how
dunked on Rudy Gobert. I think
he did. He dunked on Gobert like twice.
So
that don't mean you a dog. It just means you a good player, nigga. I believe Terrence Mann was going to be a solid player eventually. Development.
I think he a dog. I think he did a lot of the shit that Patrick Beverly thought he was doing, especially when they asked him to guard certain people. Like Patrick Beverly was getting fucking cooked by a lot of niggas, except for Devin Booker, right? He was able to get.
And then Devin Booker cooked him in the final game. He was like, "Fuck, I'm tired of this."
But like Terrence Mann did a lot of the work that he couldn't do. When Mook was out, Terrence Mann did a lot of work that Mook was supposed to do. That's dog right there, bro. That's a dog. And I ain't saying he rough, fucking Ben Wallace or some shit, but he a little fucking cocker spaniel or some shit, little fucking,
Call the nigga a cocker spaniel.
But yeah. Porky. He there. Look, the nigga what, 22, 21?
Still young. He's still really young.
So look, niggas, Clippers fan base asking, should we keep him or trade Kawhi, my nigga? That's what. Tyler, why is it 2 of you?
Yeah, I was about to say, they're going on.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
I thought somebody joined our Zoom call.
I'm about to say, yo, who in this bitch?
We about to get hit with a fucking scary movie moment.
I'm about to say,
you got 1,000 days to live. I'm like, fuck.
I'm like, eh. But Tyler, your thoughts on this series so far? Well, game one. Shit.
Game one, I thought that, like I said, getting Aiden started early in this series is going to be a big help for them. If he can, I don't think he's going to grab damn near 20 boards again, almost 20 boards again this series.
I think it's possible.
So if he does, if he has a game like this at least 2 more times, they possibly could sweep them. I think Giannis, he didn't play terrible, but you could tell that he was gassed. You could tell that he, still feeling some of those effects from the leg injury. But it wasn't even the fact that he was, he wasn't, possibly 100%. It's the fact that he didn't really get much from his other guys. Chris Middleton did what he had to do. I had to give him credit where credit is due for him.
No, I'll call Cat. But Middleton had a bad first half, and then he came alive late in the fourth.
Yeah, second half he pulled through, but it wasn't enough.
What are we talking about?
But it was really the rest of the
Chris
team
Middleton.
that was kind of like, why can't you guys get any production from the rest of these guys? It wasn't making sense to me. Like, who was this that said Jay Crowder earlier? I think Jay Crowder, he definitely can't be a starter and only getting, 1 point?
Yeah, but he was more focused defensive end too, though.
I
would have an issue. I would have had a bigger issue if he was getting cooked defensively by Giannis and Middleton on a consistent basis. Right. But I'm like, okay, at least you doing something. Plus, you was getting boards. Okay, then Cam Johnson making his threes, they've been fine. Like if he was being legit ass, and other players being ass, then I'd be like, yeah, fuck Jay Crowder. I get what you mean, though.
Yeah, but he was like, the least on the list of players that I thought could have done better in this game. It's more so the Bucks. They got to find a way where they can keep Brook Lopez on the floor where he can be effective and not get cooked every fucking time they switch off on him. Like, they have to find a way or else you're going to be shot out of the series.
Yep. And all I'm going to say is, young AU niggas, high school niggas, watching this series, watching the Suns play basketball together, even some Bucks games, shoot the fucking mid-range.
Please use your mid-range.
Please shoot the fucking mid-range.
The talk about the mid-range talk. I understand what y'all saying, right? Shoot the mid-range. It's you got to be a 3-level scorer in this league to actually be considered a great player, right? Shit like that.
I want to say that.
There's a difference in this though, of being able to tell somebody to shoot the mid-range and actually knowing how to shoot a mid-range shot. The game has advanced to the point so far that that's something niggas don't practice. I'm sorry. Like you telling somebody like Brent Forbes, hey, pump fake this 3, take 2 steps, shoot them in. He gonna make that shit? Hell no. You telling somebody like PJ Tucker to make that shit?
No. See,
there's a
difference. There's a huge difference. I'm not sitting there saying, oh my God, I need PJ Tucker to shoot mid ranges, but let's just say somebody who's an actual legit shooter. So we're saying, let me talk. Hear me out. Let me talk. I understand that. But literally, if PJ Tucker can't do nothing else, nigga, get your fat ass over there with your shoes and shoot some fucking threes and get back on the court and play defense. But also, my point is this. If you are a legit scorers we're talking about. So we're not talking about PJ Tuckers. We're not even talking about Brett Forbes. We're talking about scorers.
So let me fix my finger because I was giving people benefit of the doubt when I did this. Let me make my finger. This is not me sticking my middle finger up to you, Bill Russell style. It's just me counting.
Talking about Bill Russell style.
This is 2.5. This is 2.5. Chris Middleton, maybe Drew Holiday can do that. That's
Scores.
2 niggas on your team. That's 2 niggas. Giannis can definitely do it, but we're not expecting him to. You talking about niggas hit mid-range. You asking Drew Holiday, who barely got 10 fucking points in a finals game, and were you the third option to do that shit? Shit ain't happening. Chris Middleton, the lights was bright. Better luck that.
That's his game, right? But Middleton actually does it though.
I know that's what I'm saying. The lights was bright. You can tell the lights is bright when niggas face was like this the whole entire time, and you not Draymond Green. So lights was bright. Giannis, it was weird, right? I'm pretty sure they was expecting Giannis not to come the fuck back.
I think that kind of threw him off too.
Yeah, if I was a player, on the Milwaukee, I would tell Giannis, bro, we need you 110%. You ain't got to put the Suns, they at home, coming off a crazy West run where they didn't play more than 6 games. My nigga, they ain't winning game 1. That's no cap. So go ahead, rest. And let's focus next game. Now, I personally think Suns win game 2 again. I say Milwaukee win game 1 in Milwaukee. Really, really close. But like, say for instance, PJ Tucker, they let PJ Tucker do what PJ Tucker did to KD, let him rough some niggas up a couple bit. Chris Paul comes down to earth because he's 30-6, and Milwaukee win very, very close. Phoenix wins game 3. They close it out in Phoenix. I think it's a 5-game series. I think the injury to that nigga Giannis hurting this team. I don't the way the player that he is, he need his knees. He need his knees for rebounding. He need his knees for going, for running, for hitting the boards,
for everything.
Help defense, like
especially help defense.
Because that's a strong suit.
Because if Chris Paul and Devin Booker just gonna be like, we can either switch on Giannis, on Brook Lopez, it's gonna be a long night. So that's what I look. I hope it goes 6. I don't want it to go 7. As everybody know, I hate game 7s. It is the worst thing in basketball history. Game 7s are some of the most ugliest basketball. I will continue to say that shit. Name me a fire-ass game 7 that didn't happen in the last 3 minutes. And the only reason it's so fire in the last fucking 3 minutes because everybody turned the ball over and fouling each other. Nobody plays good in the game 7. Nobody. A fourth quarter game 7. Let me say that. Fourth quarter game 7. We don't know because Mike ain't never get there yet, but nobody plays good in a fourth quarter game 7. Nobody. Bron is the best player to ever play a game 7 for 3 quarters. When that fourth quarter hit, everybody's ass. Bron can't hit a fucking free throw to save his fucking life.
I call Cap because that game 7 against the Spurs, he was the best player on the court.
Which game 7?
The game 7 against the Spurs in the finals.
How you mean? But that wasn't a close game.
It was a close game to the 4th.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I said, because at the fourth quarter, around the 3-minute mark, shit get ugly if it's close. It get real, real fucking ugly. Around that 3-minute mark. Look, let's just fucking say the game was close to that 3 quarters. Do you think that basketball would have been, do you think Braun would have been immaculate? I'm going to say fucking no. Because the referees swallow their fucking whistle a tad bit. And everybody take, I want to ice the game series shots. When they ain't supposed to take, I want to ice the game series shots. So, all I got to say is, fuck game 7. Don't go to game 7, Phoenix. Don't go to game 7, Milwaukee. Finish this shit in 5 or 6. For my sanity. People say that's the best 2 words in basketball. It's not. The best 2 words in basketball is free agency. And max contract. Them are the best 2 words in basketball.
Max contract.
I don't care about any of that shit.
Max contract. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So,
is it the Rachel Nichols?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Rachel Nichols and having hate in her heart.
Do you want me to explain it?
I got it. I'll break it down real fast. So, all right. So, Rachel Nichols has hate in her heart. Reason why, unfortunately, she chose to show hate in her heart towards Maria Taylor, a nice, beautiful black woman, nice legs. But we're not about to sexualize her here. But Maria Taylor is really good at her job. She covers football. I think she does baseball as well, and does basketball. So, in a way, she's female Stephen A. Smith of ESPN. So she does a great job doing her thug dizzle. Recently, she thinks she turned down the contract because she says she deserves more money. Black women get paid. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to that. So, with all that being said, we noticed that Maria Taylor's hosting was popping up on a lot more shit, NBA wise, especially with the finals, playoffs, and stuff. And an audio comes out of Rachel Nichols pretty much talking for one LeBron's spokesperson, because it is known that Rachel Nichols and LeBron has a good media media relationship, and all of that. So with all that being said, Rachel Nichols said, like, hey, this is a diversity hire. Whooped bam. Said that they want to treat her like Doris Burke, and I'm like, it's nothing wrong with being treated like Doris Burke. And
you mean what the fuck happened with Doris Burke? What happened to Doris
Doris
Burke?
Burke caught a stray in that thing as well, I believe, or I think it was in that video clip or it was in the article. But Doris Burke caught a stray. But
Doris Burke. No, it was in because I think Doris Burke does like
she does the sideline reporting, and that's what they wanted Rachel to do.
She still Doris Burke job
Technically,
because wasn't Doris Burke the one that like interviewed Braun when he won in why the fuck would you bring up Doris Burke?
I don't know, but Doris Burke caught a stray for no goddamn reason. But so she was upset, pretty much, that she was gonna be hosting, Murray Taylor was gonna be hosting and shit like that, and she felt like sideline reporting was beneath Rachel Nichols, and hate was in her heart. Then all this stuff about LeBron, supposedly LeBron's spokesperson was tired of Me Too movement and Black Lives Matter and George Floyd situation, which Rachel claimed she was laughing at in terms of that. And then after that, all hell broke loose. Now, I'm going to say this. It was levels to when I'm like, okay, they don't sound that bad. I'm like, it just sounded like jealous white woman, jealous Karen shit. I'm like, okay, I didn't really think of racial. Then the articles came out and I was like, oh. Yeah, I was like, there's hate in her heart. And it's really unfortunate. So then.
It came at the wrong time, too.
It really did come at very much the wrong time because Murray Taylor's name was already in the news. And this just comes out immediately afterward. So this is like literally a day or two before the finals. So this doesn't help. So Rachel Nichols is literally on the hot seat. Muggs is on her ass. Shout out to Murray Taylor just being really unbothered by it because she's like, look, I'm about to be my unapologetically black self and be great. And shout out to you, sister, do your thing. And then more stuff comes out with Rachel Nichols. She does the apology. No, so then we get Coons. This is literally this sound clip. Just literally, I love this goddamn shit. So
these buck dancing niggas. These niggas, plantation niggas.
So these plantation niggas being niggas capping Rachel Nichols and legit niggas, I mean. So we had that Elamine nigga that works for ESPN still, I think. Kendrick Perkins.
The dude that's
Kendrick
like...
Perkins being one of them. And it was just a bunch of NBA Twitter niggas and shit capping for Rachel Nichols and shit.
I think Steven Jackson was the worst.
And Steven fucking Jackson.
So Rachel Nichols and I mean not Rachel Nichols. Fucking you can understand Armin, whatever the fuck dude name is, and Kendrick to an extent. So I was there like in the spaces when the Kendrick shit really blew up. And understand like the words that Kendrick was saying. For the other nigga, he did his Twitter thing. You can understand the other nigga because when the jump first started, he was the co-host of the jump.
Yeah, which he was. Which all of that I understand. Like you could say Rachel did X, Y, and Z, but it's also like, yo, she wrong.
It was more of them not, because I know a lot of people would be like, you know, they sticking up for this white woman, woo, which I agree. She white as fuck. But it was more of them like, you see a homie about to get fucking slandered. Yeah. You rush in for a homie. Like the Steven Jackson shit, like to talk about like, would you be mad if we flipped a coin for black people to get jobs just because they, white people?
When just a year ago, Steven Jackson was on social media flipping out.
And that's why I really also not about to come at Steven Jackson case, because a lot of this Floyd, like George Floyd shit was a lot of, also. Yeah, and it was also he spearheaded that movement for real. A lot of that shit came out because of his stature and him. You know, like I know this dude. This dude ain't that. I could show y'all pictures of him with his daughter, him with his, and it came out like, all right, yeah, this dude ain't that. Like when the word cool, do I agree? Like, was there some tap dancing? Of course, it's always gonna be tap dancing when it's a thick white broad, but it's hard to say fucking cool. You know what I mean? Because in the workspace in general, when there is people higher than you and they are a certain color, and you at a workspace in which your words matter. This is not like a situation in which they could go on a podcast like Bill Simmons or something such and such and say, fuck Rachel Nichols. No, like checks are involved, right? And no, they won't be hurting when they eventually do get fired from ESPN, because that will happen. Kendrick Perkins, last shot of Rachel Nichols, that's a fire. Like it's not gonna come off as like a fire like immediately. Like it's gonna no longer be on the jump as much. Not gonna see him on Get Up as much. Not gonna see him on First Take when Stephen A. and Max not there. Then eventually, after his contract go up, ESPN, Kendrick Perkins part ways. Kendrick Perkins is now undisputed arguing with fucking what's his face, and he's gonna most likely make more money because of that. But the same thing with the Ahmed nigga. I don't know his credentials and shit like that. But that's the same thing. So when you see a friend in that aspect, also a person, no cap, has more pull than you because this shit happened last year. And guess who was hosting all that final shit? Rachel fucking Nichols. So she has that clout to make that shit happen. She talking to, which is, I hate that, you know, Braun caught the stray, but she was talking to a nigga who she was talking to the spokes. This how crazy that shit was. She went to the ultimate of fucking manager. Can I speak to your manager moments, bro? She said, yo, can I speak to
That's why I said white Karen moment.
Can I speak to Braun and tell him, like, I want to do this finals. You know, Braun only fucking do interviews with Rachel Nichols. So it's love.
Or himself. His own people.
And then, you know, shout out to like Braun not giving a fuck, but and not even commenting on the situation. Which is
smart because for one, Space Jam. 2, I'm not in the finals, so fuck you.
Yeah. But I would say this, like, going back to Perk, his comments. Now, we could throw the coon shit, right? And it would become an overused word because of the way that they was in it. A lot of people love to say, if I was in this situation, my voice would be heard. Fucking cap. That's cap all the way. I could tell from being in corporate settings of seeing, like, the microaggressions and shit like that. You look at your bag, and then you look at the microaggression. Now, this is different from a microaggression, but you look at it that way. You look at a bag and be like, yo, I know this white woman got pulled. She's the fucking, like, isn't she like the fucking niece of Diane Sawyer from ABC?
Mother-in-law. That's her mother-in-law.
Nigga, you fucked. That's a call. Nigga, that's a call for anybody. Nigga, Diane Sawyer probably got Mickey Mouse fucking phone number, my nigga. Like that's deep pool. So like, and I understand that motherfuckers be like, but you still gotta take up, bro. At a certain tax bracket that none of us even sniffing yet, you not even that you don't even be able to touch. You don't talk. It ain't race no more. Like unless it's vile racism and you calling niggas niggers and shit like that. But in turn, it is. I'm stepping over niggas. We talking like my wife's gonna get mad at me if I tell her I get fired from ESPN. I might not be able to stay in fucking Bristol, or we might not have a house in Bristol, or we might not have a house. I
wouldn't want to live in Bristol anyway.
But that's where the ESPN headquarters is at.
I know that, but still, I wouldn't want to live in Bristol anyway.
And the cost of living probably low. But you know, we go to Fox. We might have to live in fucking Texas. No, he's from Texas, so that won't be too bad. But we might have to live somewhere and things like. Do I think he was right? Fuck no. But I don't think he was right in the aftermath. I think in him on TV, he played face well, which you supposed to fucking do. You be like, you don't stick up for the woman whatsoever, but you stay professional. On TV, you stay professional. That's just the way it goes.
Right, I think Richard Jefferson kind of help.
I think Richard Jefferson handled it the best.
Richard Jefferson's conversations don't have conversations. I feel like I don't really. I kind of give Perk a pass in a way because, like you said, I feel like it's more so just trying to do the professional.
Like, because the way it goes, like, not only is this like corporate shit, this is behind closed doors that niggas knew about for a year. So I'm pretty sure Rachel answered for these motherfuckers, this crime already. This recording been out, it just got leaked. But this recording been out since 2020 in the bubble.
The only person that actually got reprimanded
was the lady that recorded. She was the only person that got reprimanded for it.
And they said she only got suspended for like a few weeks. Then they just took jobs from her. And then she just quit outright. So
yeah, hell yeah. Like, but that's what I mean of like what happens in your space. Like, of course, this lady, she's strong as fuck for that type of shit because she saw injustice. But that's what happened in these type of spaces. And niggas think that way. I'm not saying the way of thinking is right. It's not. It's wrong and it's dumb. But I understand. Like, I understand in like why niggas, don't automatically lash out on TV and call this white woman a cracker. Like, that shit ain't gonna work. Like, you're gonna be fucked in the end. You did all that hooping and hollering.
And this is my thing. I'm not saying call her out. It's like you can do it in a professional manner. Of course, like how do you look? How do you look going on ESPN on the jump saying Rachel, you're a fucking cracker and you don't out the band? I would be like,
be professional. I think you'd be professional about it in a sense of you don't stick up. Like, you don't have to when you're saying your piece on this Rachel Nichols situation and you calling out what's wrong. You don't have to say Rachel's my friend and I know she's better.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to sit there like. We know that. Like, if you have a relationship, like, me and Rachel have a good relationship, but she's wrong.
She's wrong as hell for this.
You don't have to say she's wrong, but she's my friend. She did X, Y, and Z for me.
No, you have to, and we homies.
It's like, this is what I mean. You put your butt, it depends how you put the placement.
It's how you phrase it.
Yeah. It's like, because that butt changes everything. It's like, shit, one thing, Kenny hated when I used to say butt because but always comes with something negative or something that's might offend. So it's like it depends what you put after the but, and because a lot of people listen after the but, because it's like whatever you said before that, it's like fuck it. That's the thing. That's just the thing when it comes to that.
Yeah, going forward, this probably in the eyes of people who view this shit, who gotta sometimes realize that personalities on television is no different from like you. I know a lot of people is Malcolm X when they not in that position. Trust me, you look at I kid you not, and it's fucked because this is the way our country rolls. You look at your bag before you look at anything else. You count your pigeons and your chickens, dog. That's just the way it goes. When you about to say some shit at work, you don't be like, man, I gotta stand up for woody woody woo. That's what you say second after, like, is this the one that's gonna get me fired?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have something lined up before I say this shit? Do I got money saved up before I say this shit? And am I gonna win this fucking lawsuit after I say this shit? That's how it goes, bro. But like,
right, because you gotta think about, like, you say something like that, and it's like, you get hit with defamation law.
You get hit with a fucking, my nigga. You fucked up, right?
Breach of contract.
You go to work the next day and they be like, okay, so what I'm saying on the jump, you know what?
Who say you gonna be on the jump?
Yeah, Ray Allen said he wanted to, guest host a couple of more, shows. So we're gonna get Ray Allen and Vince Carter up in here and they're gonna talk hoops. Okay. Do First Take need me? No. Damon Jones, before he get his coaching job with Aduku or whatever he is going to talking to. So you tweak. That's what's gonna happen. A lot of people are down for that. I believe a lot of niggas down for that type of. A lot of niggas thrive on that type of shit. Some niggas ain't built like that, dog. Like me personally, if I'm really down for some shit, I'll take that fucking L. I gotta talk my way out of situations though. A lot of niggas don't know how to do that shit. But I'm down for that. Like I'm down for the, motherfuckers ridicule me going, did the shit before. I always talked about injustices around me. Never really held my tongue about anything. But I completely understand because the way I see it in my job. I saw microaggressions before, and it wasn't towards anybody in job. It was just simple fucking talk. I could have said, yo, this shit, they was talking about cancel culture in the way it works. I'm like, yo, Dr. Seuss, fucking cracker. That's the way it goes. Of course he deserves to not. I do not need to see this nigger in his wigger walking down a slimmer jigger. Like, I know he's a fucking cracker. But I was like, if I tell these niggas who know me for 2 fucking days, and I'm about to argue about Dr. Seuss and them canceling some 100-year-old books, and I lose my fucking job over me trying to be super Negro, I'm fucked. So, you know what I did? I caught that shit with a joke. I'm different like that. Like I said, I'm different like that. I check the shit with a joke. But it is what it is, right? Continue to fight for injustices, I would say. Continue to call out this shit. I don't really want to get into the basketball Twitter shit because it's all about
that's different. Yeah, we don't need to dig there.
Shit like that. And a lot of niggas are jealous of other niggas' fame. I'm just gonna keep it 100%. Like a lot of niggas are jealous because people clicked up with KD and all that type of shit. A lot of niggas jealous at that point. Some people are true, like when it comes to ridiculing the niggas who didn't speak up. But I'm telling you right now, them niggas' platform ain't that popping to be like, you got a platform though. It ain't that hot. I'm sorry. I would like when your platform popping, then I'll say like, yeah, you got a platform, but ain't nobody going out their way because they like a couple posts to side with these niggas on this Rachel Nichols shit. So it is what it is on that end. But
we will have. But now this is a chance for us to joke about. Not do we really? It's fucked up. But shout out to Ursan Alias Silva and Jimmy Butler, G.
Oh, so that was the craziest thing coming out of that. So I heard the Ursan Alias Silva shit day of the Rachel Nichols.
Yeah, that like, G. You sent me that text. I had to look up the tweet. G, I cried.
Some random nigga was like, Rachel Nichols fucked Ursan Alias Silva. I'm like, who?
In the bubble. I was crying.
And then the Jimmy Butler shit. Now the noise thing, I don't know. But those videos, them bitches are lying. Like, legit. I don't slut shame and things of that nature. If you getting fucking passed around like a Spalding in that bubble, and that's what you enjoy, do it. If your husband don't give a fuck about that infidelity, just keep them ESPN checks running. Have fun, shit. He probably watching on FaceTime. Fuck it. But it is what it is, man. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to Ursan, the Dragon. No, that's Drogic. My bad. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Ursan is. I don't think
Ursan. Let's look it up on Basketball Reference. Does Ursan Ilyasov have a nickname? Everybody got a nickname on that damn site. So let's see.
Shout out Jimmy Buckets, Grandin. He was fatigued in the playoffs though, and we know why.
It all makes sense, G. Them late nights in the gym. It all makes sense now, G.
Couldn't sleep.
Oh yeah, his name is the Turkish Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Hey, shout out to Ursan, the Turkish Thunder.
Hey man,
it's quiet, but no, like, look, man, I know it's a rumor. The shit probably not true.
It's not true. It's more likely not true. But
wasn't fucking in the bubble. Your ass lying.
Cat. Like, G, Daniel House is pretty much out the league for fucking in the bubble damn near at this point. Feel bad for Daniel House, by the way. Yeah. He's out the league damn near because of getting some holes in the bubble, G.
Yeah.
And lost his marriage.
Lost his wife, too, so.
Exactly. I'm like, lost his wife, too.
But, if niggas weren't cracking in the bubble, that's cap. It is what it is. People just end up getting reporters instead of, random ass delivery women.
But yeah, last thing, I don't know, Daytra, you listened to that link I sent you?
No, I did not. I probably opened that link and went right to sleep.
All right, probably did. But anyway, Tyler listened to a little bit of it while we was on break, and I listened to the rest of it without work. But So shout out to Dan Lebertard. He got a guy who was like a journalist who's writing a book on the Nets. Like pretty much focus on the Nets. Technically, it's more on Kyrie, and which led to becoming the Nets. A book about the Nets during the pandemic, leading up to the pandemic and shit like that. And pretty much he got some like insight on on shit that's going on with the Nets. The main things I got out of it, because it's a lot in that 1 hour podcast. Shout out to Dan Lebertard, check it out. I really highly recommend you guys check it out. But pretty much dude like share some details, and he did say about some stuff with KD. He said KD's pretty much all about basketball, and which I think we all know at this point. But the huge thing is more along the lines of the amount of power that KD and Kyrie have on that Brooklyn Nets front office and team. Literally, he has a crap ton of the power they have. Like a good portion of people in the front office are pretty much KD and Kyrie yes niggas, and it's scary. He's like the dude said, it kind of makes like this how people say LeBron runs front offices. It kind of pales in comparison, damn near, from what dude kind of said. Like he said, like how like
LeBron was picking and choosing who he wants on the team. They reportedly said that they saying like if they ain't clicking with these dudes in some way, whether it's on the court or off the court,
they wanted them going. Literally. And like how they would literally complain that DeAndre Jordan, who's their best homie, was not getting enough minutes. And it had got to a point where they said, yo, this nigga's fucking Huff. We can't keep playing him for our sake. Which pissed them off a little bit, but they got over it. They say how Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert just literally was just counting down the days until they get traded and shit. Because they just felt it was coming. Same for Jared Allen, which explains the situation with that. And just like how they just able to do whatever the hell they want, especially with Kyrie and the PTO. KD was just, as long as he was healthy, I mean, whatever. And also that James Harden was at a basketball camp that Kyrie hosted, and this is before he got traded. This is the offseason leading up to, so in a way, it was already in the workings to recruit James Harden. Yep. So I didn't know they had this much power. Really good interview though. I might actually check out the book because I want to actually start reading more sports books. So I might read Scotty's book. But it was a really interesting. Scottie Pippen's book is gonna be hilarious as hell because I just know that's where the Michael Jordan cap is.
Lives are just like,
or just the real Scottie Pippen. What's really on your heart?
I would say this. Chris, is your TV falling?
No.
Why the fuck it look like this?
Probably because it's black and shit and just the angle, but it's not falling. So wait for it to fall.
Oh, so is it turned towards your bed? Okay. I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm like, hey, pick that bitch up, bro. I know you paying some money for that thing, dog.
I definitely did.
But no. So to go to talk about that, I know the way the Nets run. Like anybody who talked to me, I told you that Steve Nash is a fucking face.
They specifically picked Steve Nash too. Like they literally did admit.
You can tell how aggressive it was, how aggressive they was in the buyout market and trading, that they was going to take, a big run, and it was going to strictly be about like who I can have around me that hoops, and just get shit done so we can go rings. I don't think like this is the end of like hearing this shit. Mm-hmm. If I would say this though, if shit, don't go the way they want, especially year 2, in which they, also get cooked out the playoffs in the
year
second
3.
round. No, it'll be year 3 KD. I mean Kyrie, year 2 KD, right?
Well, they both joined at the same time, but KD was hurt the first year.
Yeah. So it'll be year 3 for both. Yeah. But we say year 3. But the team is called Scary Hours for a reason. They most likely, be ready next year. When I'm just not surprised. Is it, is the tribalism in the NBA fucking stupid? Yes, but I'm telling you right now, the only reason we know and care about shit like that now is because it's documented. I'm pretty sure there was tribalism everywhere in the NBA before this shit. Just the OGs wouldn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure if Jordan said, "I don't like the way Steve Kerr look at me. Get him off my team," Steve Kerr wouldn't be there. The same thing. Jordan know how much Pippen meant to his championship hopes and shit like that.
That's why he said, "Don't trade that nigga for Tracy McGrady."
Like, you know, like we know, what goes on and shit like that. So it is what it is. I'm not surprised. Is it like somewhat selfish? They're going to miss someone like Spencer Dinwiddie. Mark that shit. Like, literally, mark that shit. Spencer Dinwiddie is a great player. Coming off a crazy fucking injury, but he is a great player, dog. Like, really fucking good. Whatever team gets him, yeah. You got somebody who's gonna come off your bench and just get buckets. You know what I'm saying?
Or start.
I don't think Spencer Dinwiddie starts. I think he had that Lou Will role in his life. Just come off the bench. Work better that way. Probably helps teams out like that. But hey, it is what it is. I would say this. That's that Bron shit though, when it comes to recruiting your homies.
Yeah.
Cause that shit don't always work out. What I mean by that, like, I understand for like morale reasons, like you have somebody like JR around and shit like that to bring niggas together. But like they fuck around and try to get like Ibaka or somebody like that. That will fuck up chemistry, dog. Like, especially like in the middle of the season.
Because we know Ibaka ain't scared to hold his tongue. He will talk.
So, just be on a lookout for shit like that. It is what it is. I won't be surprised if she Iman Shumpert on that bench. I think he was on that bench at one point.
He is. He was. I think he had a 10-day contract, but I don't think they kept him for the full season.
Like I said, that's just fuck. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the way the cookie crumbles in the league, bro. It's tribalism, and it's like. Don't be surprised when fucking Zion and RJ Barrett on the same team dictating what young niggas they want with them, bro. Just the way it is, bro.
Yes, but
like what play with D'Lo. They got D'Lo.
I don't know why. Look, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm Timberwolves. I'm gonna be in the trial phase until we end up like Phoenix or some shit. Fuck it. If Cat want to go, peace the fuck out. Like, we got fucking Anthony Edwards.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, also, Cat wants to play with Devin Booker.
Go play with Devin Booker.
But at this point, look.
I don't think they'd be able to work out right now.
G, at this point, G, I'm like, if I'm Devin Booker, I'm like, bro, I'm not getting rid of Aiden for you.
Brotherhood, man.
Yes, there is brotherhood.
Also, that reminds me, out of all the people that was on that Kentucky team, it was Devin Booker, Cat.
That team was stacked.
I'm trying to think who else was on. Julius Randle was on that team too, wasn't he?
No, Julius Randle's the year after. I could pull that Kentucky team up right now. Hold on. Kentucky basketball. That was the year after AD, I believe. So let's try 2013, I believe. Let's see.
I think Tyler Ulis.
No, let me try 20. Let me try 2012. Hold on. No. Might be 2014. Hold on. What was their record this year? Number 1. Yeah, they only lost one game. Hold on.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
Yep. So here's that team. Even though most of these niggas is not in the league right now. Yeah, Marcus Lee, he was decent. Devin Booker was coming off the bench, by the way. Yep. They still had the Harrison twins. They were good, but
was one of them gay niggas?
No, that's the Collins.
But I knew it was two twins and in the end it was like gay niggas. But go ahead.
Tyler Eulis, who is from the Korea, Chicagoland area.
You talking about short folks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He actually not from
look,
here,
man.
from Ohio.
The league said, look, we need two short niggas. It's gonna be between you and Isaiah Thomas. One of y'all niggas ain't gonna be in the league no more.
And Tyler
Turns out
Eulis
both
had
of
to
them
eat that
fucked.
bullet. Yeah, around the same time. But yeah. Yeah. So then you had the Harrison twins, Tyler Eulis, Cat, Willie Cauley-Stein, Alex Poitras, but I think he got hurt, so he didn't even really play. Trey Lyles and Dakari Johnson.
Trey Lyles still in the league.
Yeah, Trey Lyles is, I think, on the Spurs right now. I think.
Then I was shit with that. I remember when Tyler Eulis was on Phoenix and they was getting rid of him, like they were about to buy him out, and Devin Booker was sad.
Yeah, Tyler Eulis is a cool guy, but yeah, like that Kentucky team was really deep. Like that they literally Calipari literally had a literal. They called the squadron. So literally, Cat would start with Willie Cauley-Stein, Trey Lyles, and Harrison twins, and then
they played Cat at the 4.
And the Harrison twins was getting buckets.
The Harrison twins was really good in college, and then Devin Booker would lead the bench with Tyler Eulis. G.
They would be run. I remember watching a lot of those games. They was running.
Did they win the Final Four though?
No, they lost to Frank the Tank Kaminsky.
Oh, I remember that year.
Sam Decker and
I remember you telling me this.
And I think Luke Kennard was on that team too. I think Luke that Wisconsin team was decent, G. That Wisconsin team was decent, G.
College basketball.
That shit hilarious.
Yeah, and I will never forget because I think Cat in the press conference they said, "What you think of Frank Kaminsky?" He saying, "Fuck that nigga" under his breath. He were mad as hell. Cat said, "Fuck that nigga."
Got two in the finals, nigga.
But the reason I bring it up because I can't remember where I saw it at, but somebody said a while ago, Devin Booker is going to be the first one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
it be that way. It's college.
Yeah. Also, the league is in a situation in which, people talk about great players all the time. You need a great fucking GM to build a team.
And it's not a lot of good GMs.
It's not a lot. A lot of people think star power. A lot of people think getting niggas around. Even people think because there's fake stars in the league. People that fans don't call stars or media, but that other players consider really really good. But that don't mean they deserve to be on the team. I mean, not deserve, but need to be meshed with great. Like look at somebody like Tobias Harris, right? Great player.
He's a good player.
Good player. But in terms of like you putting them in the mix with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, where you trying to develop them two players, one you was able to, the other one you did a horrible job with, you just don't work out like that, right? But like true development is what Phoenix did. Phoenix was bad, but it wasn't like they wasn't fucking trying, dog. Like that's the like, funny fucking thing.
Like I said, I think since we started this podcast and we had League Pass, I watched a lot of Suns games. They try. Like they just were bad. And Devin Booker would fuck it. And DeAndre was just inconsistent.
He had to stats, my nigga. At this point, the team just wasn't built right. They got James Jones as a fucking GM. What's his name? Is it James
Jones? You got it right. Yeah.
Hey, they got James Jones as a GM, and guess what? They team flourished. Like fucking Sacramento is one coaching change and a great GM from being a fucking playoff team as well. Motherfuckers don't see that, but they are. They got really good niggas on their team.
They have talent.
They got pieces out galore. Buddy Hield is a piece. I don't care what nobody say.
This team dying to get their hands on.
Buddy Hield is a piece. You put him as your third best player. I know a lot of Lakers niggas wanted either Kemba, DeMar DeRozan. My nigga, Buddy Hield is there. Buddy Hield is there.
Like imagine Buddy Hield literally being a slightly more athletic Clay with no defense. Getting passes from LeBron.
In the shooting pocket. And it's all, personnels, sometimes don't mix. They got to have especially playing on a LeBron team because everybody think it's a championship game every time you step in Staples. But You know, shit like that. Buddy Hill's a piece. If you want to completely blow up, De'Aaron Fox is a fucking piece. A huge. He ain't even get his contract yet. He is a fucking piece, worth first rounds.
I would literally give up 3 first rounds for De'Aaron Fox. I don't care. That dude is that fucking good.
Oklahoma City want their picks
until we have rent.
But they don't. They ain't trying to pay. They waiting for.
Hey, low key.
I think they waited for Bronny, bro. So I don't see them. I don't think
we waited for Bronny.
I believe they waited for Bronny, bro. Like that team ain't built for shit. Like Shy probably won't be there next year. Like that team is.
No, Shay's a restricted free agent this offseason. He's getting in the bag. He's getting in the bag. They probably gonna max him out.
But no. So back to just that's we was talking about the league in general. This is just the way the league is, bro. It's fun with some of the nuances. If you like too much of a player fan, you gonna hate this shit. And you're gonna be so the way players act, like you just gonna hate the shit, But it is what it is, That's politics. Happens in every sports. Some niggas get blackballed out the league, bro, just because star players don't like them. The shit that fucking LeBron James did to that, what's that nigga name that fucked his mama?
Delonte West.
Come on. LeBron James probably told his free agency, if anybody ever thought about getting Delonte West, you can cross me out. So, nigga was on the streets. But the fucking
took Mark Cuban to find that nigga.
Yeah. Mark Cuban had to find that nigga on his daily route to laugh at the poor. That's the only way he found him. Hey, didn't you used to play ball? Let's fix you up. You'd be a good PR
stunt.
He played
for the Mavericks too.
He was a Maverick before he retired.
Look, man, it is what it is, bro. Like niggas get blackballed out the league too, so it is what it is. Just 2 things: stay off them roids players, and guard your chickens.
Speaking of that, is OJ Mayo eligible to come?
Hell no. That nigga wasn't just doing bud. That nigga was on straight crack. Like him
and Tyreek Evans are banished, my nigga.
Got a lifetime ban?
Bro.
I don't think it. I'll Google it, but I don't think.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. OJ Mayo banned. Let's see. Why did OJ Mayo get banned? Tries to save his, disqualified for NBA. He could return. I don't think he just never came back because he got banned.
The lifetime ban then.
I don't think nobody got the lifetime. Let's see. But yeah, OJ Mayo could have came back. I just guess. I remember he was trying to make a comeback.
It was
the nigga just in China. The nigga said, "Fuck it, let me get this China bag." I don't think nobody ever got lifetime banned though.
Ralph Beard, Alex Gozzo, these niggas, these games don't even. I mean, these niggas don't even exist no more. 19. Hold on, I'm getting to
Tyreek Evans to come back.
19. Richard Dumas. They said he got a lifetime ban.
Was it Okay, so y'all remember that story that popped up a couple seasons ago where it was Ben Gordon, Tyrus Thomas, and some other niggas that played for the Bobcats.
Donner Sterling, lifetime ban, but he ain't a player.
It was Tyrus Thomas, Ben Gordon, and some other dudes that played for the Bobcats or some shit. They had all got in trouble for some stupid shit. I don't know if they got banned from the league or nothing, but I know a lot of them.
No, I don't think none of them got banned. No, I will remember that. Ben Gordon played in the league a little bit longer after that.
Yo, Connie Hawkins was banned for life at one point.
Bro, what the fuck did he
do? he got hold on. During his freshman year in college, Hawkins was linked to a point shaving scandal as a result of his connection.
Makes sense. That's all you have to say. Yep, that's all you have to say. Yep.
Michael Ray Richardson was once banned permanently.
Damn, what'd he do?
Richardson was banned permanently for repeatedly violating the substance abuse. My man was on crack.
Yo, my man's is doing that dope while locking up Magic G. That's crazy.
He was reinstated in 2 years later in 1988, although he never played in the NBA on his own accord.
Yeah, see, that's why with OJ Mayo, he just didn't came back.
Mitchell
I
Wiggins,
didn't think he got the lifetime joint. He
Louis
got told
Lloyd,
for some ED shit.
No, OJ Mayo was only a
Chris
2-year
Anderson-
ban.
Chris Anderson was once banned
Yeah,
permanently.
I remember. Yeah, I remember Birdman. I remember Birdman.
Doing the heavy drugs. That was Tyreek Evans.
Was
And Tyreek
OJ
Evans
selling
is
drugs then?
eligible to get reinstated.
I think OJ was selling drugs then.
No, OJ Mayo could come back. He just stayed in
he
China.
could come back. Oh no, he was substance abuse, and Tyreek Evans was
Substance abuse.
Tyreek Evans was. Both of them was. I think both of them was doing drugs.
Yeah, both of them was doing heavy drugs.
Yeah.
All I know is I heard Tyreek Evans snorting that shit. So
He was. Gee, one of the best episodes we recorded was Tyreek Evans as Tyrone Biggums. One of my best cover arts. G was clean. It was fresh. But yeah, but let's go ahead and move on to wrestling. Tyler. Well, now let's just get the big news out the way. AEW did something. Let's give them applause. Shout out to Tommy End, aka Malachi Black. And if you don't know who neither of them motherfuckers is, Aleister Black. He has made his AEW debut. I guess somebody must have paid big money to get him out that 90-day, you dig? Because that nigga popped up Black Mass. Hopefully it might not even be called Black Mass no more. But Arn Anderson. So Arn Anderson might be dead. Just keep it G real. That nigga should not be taking kicks to the head. And Cody Rhodes. So we already know that Hunter Hearst Cody is about to do damage to a former WWE star. But shout out to AEW. I might not hold my word for this because I know I post on social media. But AEW, I will be trying to tune in more. As long as Aleister Black pops up.
I tune in just like I tune in for Pac fights. You know, man, Pac matches like or Hangman like the Hangman Page feud with Kenny is what needed to happen for it. Like they needed a baby face with that championship.
Yeah, and somebody that's legit homegrown for them.
Yeah, so they needed that shit. Tommy End being there is great. Just put him in the right story. If his name Malachi Black,
it's going to be Malachi Black because the funny thing is the announcers didn't even know.
Yeah, because they said A Dark invaded like AEW or some shit like that, which is hilarious. Jim Ross fucking got CTE just from all that barbecue sauce. But
Kane burnt that nigga alive.
Yeah, you're right. But no, I think that's a right signing with them. With they second show, I think it's only gonna be like an hour long or something on Fridays coming. Like that's going to be big for certain talent who don't get as much time. With them bringing more and more talent into the fray, I'm happy for Aleister Black. Like this is not an AEW hate podcast.
At all,
I will
no.
always say
I just want them to do better.
You want them to do. I will always say it's fucking corny. Like wrestling is corny in general. Just AEW is just a different level of
to another level.
Yeah, it's just a different level of corny for me,
You
right?
don't have to
like
do that.
I watch wrestling. It is what it is. Am I the biggest fan of like just the pure product?
Speaking of corny, this is gonna be the first time I might have to slander anything NXT wise. Like,
What you mean? You mean they fans?
no, I'm
The fans was ass.
But like I said, I like wrestling. I love when my favorite wrestler is able to get a job. Am I going to say I'm gonna catch every Tommy End fucking promo and match and all that type of shit? No, too much shit to do in this world, and AEW is the last thing on my list to catch. But I keep up with it. The great matches I make sure I watch. Just like New Japan, motherfuckers ain't staying up to 4 o'clock in the morning to watch Japanese niggas. It
Exactly.
is what it is.
I'm Gucci on that.
But I do respect fucking Tommy End and him being able to go to AEW, create a name for himself. If he ever come back to the East, shut out. But if he, become a legend in that company, take care of business.
That's probably better for them if he does become bigger than what he was in the. that shows and build a star.
Exactly.
Or build a known star and make him bigger.
Like I'm not one of them niggas who would be like, oh, he just signed all WWE niggas. I don't give a fuck. That's the game.
And plus, literally, let's put it like this. And shout out to the first Black champ because they made a very good point about this. Of course, I'm gonna sign niggas from the bigger company. You think the China Basketball League, if I have the opportunity to fucking sign a all-star from the NBA, I'm signing the all-star from the fucking NBA.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Exactly. If I get a former mid-card or freaking, God forbid, world champion from WWE, I'm taking advantage, as you should. Now, the main thing is use them properly, but that's a different story in itself. But yes, you want to notable names. It's just how you use them. Like Rusev. All AEW proved to me is Rusev is just a mid-card guy for life. What difference does it make? Fuck it. Shit.
And it's not a bad thing. It's just is what it is. Some guys are not. They don't go above where they were already at.
Exactly. Now, if Ruby Riott pops up and literally she's still being Ruby Riott of WWE, then you really fucking up. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to that. Yeah, you fucking up.
Like, okay. See, you knew it was people in that company that knew the potential of, said person, and they didn't blow up there. It's your job to get this person and that said person's job to blow up in your company.
Mm-hmm. But shout out to AEW, decent job. Fighter Fest starts next week. The first night starts next week.
Something that was going on with that. Did the Young Bucks get somebody kicked off the show or some shit?
Like, I was watching it. I hate watching Young Buck matches now, and they were fighting a Revival. No, not the Revival. Some niggas in the street fight, and I turned it off. So I guess whoever.
I honestly don't like them as a tag team. I really did. Like, at one point I did, but it's like now it's like they're not doing nothing that screams they should be, in top 5 tag teams in the world. I can't say that.
It is what it is when it comes to that. But shout to AEW. We talked about you for like 5 minutes. That's what's up. On to the WWE side of things. News wise, unfortunately, Jimmy Uso just can't get right. First and foremost, it sucks that he really needs help in regards to his drinking issues because he has recently got caught again with a DUI by the police in Florida. The last time this happened, I think he was with Naomi and they were literally turning up on the police and stuff like that. So that wasn't a good look. And this time you get caught up again. You're in a major situation on SmackDown, and that might go down the drain, fortunately, unless Roman.
I don't think it go down the drain. Like, substance abuse in the WWE, fucked up as it is, go hand in hand. Yeah. Randy had his problems. Fucking Roman had his problems. And I'm talking about Roman had his problem with roids.
Yeah.
It happens. I don't think look at Jeff Hardy, bro. Like, come on, Jeff Hardy goes through his problems. Not even like in a joking aspect. Like, he goes through his problems. Jimmy just going through what Jimmy goes through in terms of like drinking and driving. Like, he just gotta clean that shit up. They will. I don't think like punishment. Like, people think punishment on WWE is a crazy thing. Some people literally just get told, like, the time off so hey, figure this out. Is this stressful, my nigga? Do you need the time off?
Yeah, exactly. Is it the company? What's going on? Because it's like this is, I think, the 3rd time, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just my concern is I believe he needs major help.
Yeah, he do need major help. And I think he eventually will get that major help. I think he eventually will get good. He will be able to get healthy from this situation. It's just it's one of the things that like this, though TMZ put it out, though it is a wrestler that a lot of people enjoy, like this type of situation is not something like we talking about it because we enjoy the Usos, we enjoy wrestling, and it's a news topic. But doing deep dives with this shit like other people do, Like,
it's not
nigga, I'm pretty sure he might be drunk, driving home and doing that type of shit, but I'm pretty sure the same niggas who blaming this or blaming that, same niggas who go to sleep and fucking doing probably a line of coke before they go, or a fucking a dab of acid or some shit like that, bro. Like, it ain't that serious. It's serious because you can danger yourself, but in terms of like creating whole topics around it, let's like wish this nigga to get the help that he needs.
Exactly.
Everybody, when you going through addiction like that, everybody needs that help. No matter what it is. Don't blame anything but the person who's going through this. I seen niggas blaming Naomi. How the fuck you blame a man's wife?
I'm glad I ain't see that because I would have been fucking pissed.
Like, I know Chris talks a lot about like me responding to shit on Twitter. Like, that's the type of shit I respond to.
Yeah, that's not that's different because
that's into mental health. Like, not even just like me. I'm like, why would I even succumb to even comment on some shit like that? You honestly, you lower IQ levels. We lower IQ levels. So like, let's just wish this man a road to recovery. It's like,
and that's all I want.
All we should do if you don't have anything positive to put towards, then just leave it alone altogether. Because you saying something like that is not helping that situation. It's not going to get you any clout on Twitter. I think that's what you could have got out of it. But if you don't have anything positive to say, just leave it at that.
Exactly. So, but anyway, so this past weekend, WWE wise, SmackDown, notable things to happen on SmackDown off the top of my head. Edge literally beat the living shit out of Jimmy. I hate it's a horrible transition, I know, but Edge beat the living shit out of Jimmy.
In the words of Weekend, no, let me quit. Go ahead.
But yeah, Edge literally beat that nigga ass.
I'm trying to see if I even paid attention to SmackDown. It's not like a.
I think
last week is a fucking
like
blur
this
to me,
SmackDown was a little lackluster. I ain't gonna cap. It was, but
the biggest news from this SmackDown is Selena Vega.
Yeah, Selena Vega came back.
I think that overshadowed fucking everything because the discourse on that fucking app was stupid.
Because niggas literally was like, "What the fuck?" and then whatever. All it's proving is that literally niggas don't care. Is look, niggas' wives can go wrestle other companies. It's okay. But anyway, Zelina Vega did come back looking nice as hell. I keep forgetting how short she is though. But nice to see Selena Vega back. She's like she's actually gonna be in ring performer. Shout out to her. I'm also very much for Selena versus Bianca Belair again. Just for we get the Curie Woman War Part 3. I'm for it.
Imagine you keep saying the Curie Woman War.
Hey man, I seen some Latina chicks and black chicks literally go scrap, and it was fun to see. But anyway, Zelina came back. Liv Morgan wasn't going for it, saying, "Hey, what do you have against me with that woman? I keep forgetting her name." Yes, there we go. Sonya Deville. They have a match. Liv Morgan wins again. Liv Morgan's eventually gonna get in the Money in the Bank. Oh yeah, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn really had a really amazing last man standing match.
In which me being pissed off, Sami Zayn lost.
Me being a Kevin Owens fan, I was happy that he won.
Okay, all right. Look.
I just love to see both of them get in the ring together. I'm the middleman on this.
No. You're right. But why the fuck Sami Zayn not in the Atlanta match? Come on. Like, you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't. There's more pressing matters that I will have to slander. I don't need to slander this. I love Sammy. I love KO. The Canadian niggas rock. And any of them in that ladder match is a great move. This ladder match proceeds to be extremely unfucking predictable, by the way.
Yeah.
Unpredictable. So
yeah.
This is is it Sunday? Must watch. Is it guaranteed must watch?
No, it's actually following.
The following Sunday?
It's next. It's not this Sunday. It's next Sunday.
Because I even remember Michael Cole saying a week from.
Yeah, Michael Cole phrased this stupidly on SmackDown. And I was like, oh, I get a pay-per-view on my weekend off, but no, it's next Sunday. So, hey, at this point, I'm used to it. But anyway, so SmackDown was okay. It was okay. Raw was decent. Tyler, you go ahead and talk about Raw.
We got
somebody ain't watch Raw.
Yeah. I watched bits and pieces of Raw.
I watched bits and pieces of myself. I'm not gonna lie.
I got one thing I want to talk about. Go ahead, Tyler.
But got a false. I mean, no, I'm jumping ahead of myself. We got a match between The Miz and Ricochet again. John Morrison
and Ricochet
by count out. So
I'm about to say Miz coming back with a brace.
Not Miz.
That nigga ACL gone. He don't want to say it.
Miz is the reason why Ricochet got counted out. So next week, Ricochet and Morrison are gonna have a falls count anywhere match. So that should be really fun. They had I think the Miz TV thing where Miz had all the Money in the Bank contestants come out to the ring, shoot the shit.
Drew pretty much threatened them niggas, and I'm like, okay, bro.
Yeah, put the respect on the bro in the bank on phone now.
Hey, it's coming.
This, even though it's unpredictable, this should be Matt Riddle's match to win.
Mm.
It really could be his match, but it's to be seen.
I can see Matt Riddle as the WWE champion. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I never would have thought it, bro. He's so fucking good.
It's
so
just,
good.
We just know in the back of our mind, what you did was wrong.
I don't look, bro. Continue, because this day by day, I was like, did he do it?
Oh, that.
I know what the Bill Cosby thing when he was walking to the court. Did he do it? But go ahead, Tyler.
Announced that we're gonna get Almost versus Ivar.
Yeah, Almost versus the little one. The one that beat me and Dave Trail ass on 2K19 at one time.
Beat the dog shit out of us, bro. My man was back to back on our ass, bro. Beat the shit out of
that nigga
bro.
kicked out of 3 frog splashes.
And his partner Eric versus AJ should actually. Skipped over something. So Jinder Mahal finally called out Drew. Took that man's family sore, by the way. He said, "I'm gonna keep." He said, scrap next week. Match between next week. The New Day versus Bobby and MVP was a pretty decent match. The New Day came out with the win. MVP took the pin, of course. It almost, I noticed something in the match. I mean, after the match where Bobby kind of, Bobby's anytime he loses or wins a match, he get done and, he look like the pissed off black guy. But he kind of showed a little bit of aggression towards MVP, but kind of let it go. So I don't know if that's leading to anything or not, but for the most part, that's just further build up to their match for Money in the Bank. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley came out.
They had a crutch off.
Charlotte, but they both, and then Rhea Ripley came out and mocked her with the crutch, and both of them dropped them as started scrapping. So they probably getting a return match at the next pay-per-view probably.
I think that's really it.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait. That's not it.
No.
Jackson Riker fucking tag team with our fucking truth.
Oh yeah, gee, yeah. See, you know how bad I wanted to forget that.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh my god. Look,
do niggas understand?
Jackson Riker is a face for anybody that doesn't know he's a face.
All I'm gonna say is, with regards to that, now this further confirms that nigga is about to be United States champion by Survivor Series. All
right, so what's next title? I'm not even about to have that Discord. like WWE bold as shit, like bold as fuck. They're like, look, we gonna do some head ass shit. Look, we gonna have Jackson Riker.
Literally got rid of his tag team partners who said we don't want nothing to do with that. Good on tag shit. Him seemed to push him. I don't get it. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
WWE was like, yeah, we gonna have the tag team. Look, this how we gonna get the niggers happy. We're gonna go a WWE SmackDown at Rolling Loud, out of all places. Now WWE is at Rolling Loud Festival.
Randy Orton's gonna get arrested for smoking with the niggas.
I don't know what's about to happen, but shout out to them, being diverse and putting Bianca Belair as the person right there.
I thought I'm glad you put that little gif up on the group chat because I was like, not the gif, I mean the emoji, because I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one that noticed that. All right, cool. All right. It could have been worse. They could have put the Street Profits.
They probably would have, but Montrez is out right now.
Gee, you could easily throw a picture of freaking Montez doing this with my boy. No difference does it make. Oh man, but let's go ahead and talk about NXT. Let's go from there.
But NXT Great American Bash. The set looked nice, by the way. Had the little texture. Got Dry and what's her partner's name?
MAGA lady.
She really MAGA?
Yeah, she's MAGA.
But they won the tag team belts off of Candice LeRae Hartwell after Tegan Knox makes at the battery charge symbol turned and shocked the shit out of Candice match. So that was I think that was the open.
No, the open match was MSK and Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher.
Oh my god, I forgot. I missed that.
This. All I'm gonna say in regards to this, I don't know what the hell MSK did to that crowd, but I don't know why they boo them niggas. G, it is weird. It is super weird because they have a very wrestling style that appeals to the crowd. I don't know, but go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, they won a match. They champions.
Yeah, they won. Good match though. It was a really good match.
Yeah, I definitely have to go back and watch that match. Oh, this is the part that I said I might have to slander NXT because I did not like this shit at all. And it goes back to Trail's point of rap needs to stay out of wrestling. Why the fuck?
I didn't have a problem with it. That's just me.
Did because that shit was ass.
With the cipher, yes. Look, a lot of white people liked it, so it went over well.
I didn't have a problem with it, but I wouldn't say I loved it either.
This was just as bad as when AEW had the niggas come out there and rap.
Please, all right, next set. Don't look. I don't like rap and wrestling. All right, is it cornball? Yes.
Shout out to Isaiah Swerve. I know you trying to,
he's a rapper. He literally got on his song, one of his songs he just debuted. He literally got 50K streamers off that from him being on the E alone.
And that's what's up.
I think it's at 100K now too.
You have to utilize your platform.
But
I don't want to see that again.
Look, let me tell you something, bro. I agree. Rapping corny. I just don't watch this shit. But to compare the Acclaim, that nigga who rap on the Acclaim, the only reason I know this fucking tag team name. It's because how bad that nigga is. Look, bro. I can't do it. All this shit is corny. Isaiah Scott is alternative rap anyway. But
it is. He does got figments.
Acclaim shit is literally asking me to put a fucking revolver in my mouth and saying yeehaw with a fucking string on my tooth next to the fucking goddamn trigger. Like, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. I just can't. In the words of Tony Soprano, the Acclaim is gabagool. It's just not good. But fuck it. Like, if they're getting a little bit diverse with the shit, it's the most popular thing outside of like Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano.
They trend on Twitter all the time.
It's like Hit Row.
I still like the group as a whole. I just was not really for that.
Yeah, it's like WWE.
And I still understand why they did it. That's just my gripe with those.
Shit, Hunter, you like, rap do exist. And Shawn Michaels look like he listened to the shit. But hopefully this continues to go forward for the that group. Like I said, I haven't watched one video of that cypher yet. Because if anybody needs to be more like me as a wrestling fan, when they know something they don't like pops up on TV, don't watch it. Don't suffer. Don't get a migraine. Nigga, they've been promoting this goddamn cipher for since they like, we're gonna do a Great American Bash cipher. I saw that shit. I'm not watching Great American Bash. Like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, I'll catch y'all later. I refuse to hit that shit. Like, I can't do it. I just like like me in wrestling and rap do not, and it will not be a triple threat match. I will literally be like, I'm good. Yeah, I can do it. Like that shit is ass. There has no R-Truth, maybe. John Cena when we was kids. Like R-Truth has a line. What he say? And I haven't even started chat. He was saying that same line that he haven't even started chat for like fucking 4 years. No, more than that.
Longer than that, G.
When is he gonna start? No, R-Truth literally got an album. Nobody listens to it. He does his music shit.
He's serious, yeah.
But aside from that,
don't forget Cameron Grimes and LA Knight.
Oh yeah, Cameron Grimes lost the match. Now he has to be LA Knight's butler. I think Chris told me earlier, somebody on now he's going to fight the shit.
That's unfortunate.
I saw that tweet. I cried.
This is actually pretty.
Yeah, like that little thing is really good. I'm not mad at it. Then
so I would say this.
One final thing, and pretty much we're getting Karrion Kross versus Gargano next week with Samoa Joe as the special guest referee.
Samoa Joe returning soon, bro. Yeah, he returning soon.
He said he would.
Yeah, yo, NXT about to blow the fuck up.
Hey man, Samoa Joe choking out Karrion Kross. G.
I told you it was time to go to sleep. I told you.
Yo, shout out to I want to go back to the Cameron Grimes thing real quick. When the crowd eventually comes back and they on the road, they doing their thing, and Cameron Grimes finally beats LA Knight.
That's
gonna be a pop. Cameron Grimes is a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I love the guy, G. That dude's good.
Yeah, organic as fuck. And then like Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Winner needs to leave NXT match to happen, bro.
Because it's 1-1 now, and Takeover is coming, so give it to me.
Perfect setup for Adam to lose, and he possibly pops up on Raw or SmackDown maybe the night after SummerSlam.
Well, he ain't going to SmackDown because, Big Roman ain't going to let that nigga even enter the arena without an ass kicking. So Raw it is, and we're gonna have fun.
Oh, also another thing that we missed from SmackDown to go back, we have 2 more qualifying matches. You got Cesaro versus Seth, which furthers the whole Seth not getting his shot right now situation. So he's gonna definitely screw over Edge at Money in the Bank. Cesaro's getting in that. I think Cesaro is another guy that could possibly win Money in the Bank. And then the other one was Shinsuke versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is losing the hell out of this match because he is depressed. He lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in investments.
Cool. Fuck that. So what's the last thing?
The tag team shit. So WWE finished a top 50 tag team rankings, and
it's right.
You said it's right.
He's right. New Day should be number 1.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't give a fuck. But tag team rankings, bro, kid you not. But rankings in general really cares about who's number 1, maybe number 2, and 3 if you want to get nasty. But fuck all the other numbers. It don't mean shit. You can interchange it. It's wrestling. But in terms of the best tag team to ever step foot in the E, and you go back millions of metrics, it's the New Day. Reason why? They haven't broke up yet. And consider of being a fucking team of niggas, the New Day has yet to break up. Fuck the championships. Fuck all that. Like, yeah, they got you gonna win a bunch of championships where you're one of the biggest tag teams. They haven't broke up. Devon and fucking and Bubba was interracial brothers. They still broke up. Fucking Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, real fucking brothers. They broke up. Edge and Christian got Marty Jannetty, broke up. Really, never really got back together either. Like, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, one of them became a star, the other one became a laughing stock.
You said Christian got Marty Jannetty?
Yeah, Christian got hella Marty Jannetty. He just was able to back. When Edge and Christian first broke up with each other, bro, Christian got Marty Jannetty out this fucking world.
They tried to keep.
I'm about to say he's just a really good talent that he was able to keep himself relevant. Like with the the EC, when ECW became a thing and shit like that, he kept himself relevant, shit like that. But Christian never would hold a candle. Just like I would say this right now, Matt Hardy would never hold a candle to fucking Jeff ever.
Yeah,
Jeff's biggest peak, Matt Hardy would never touch. It's showing it right now. Niggas still want Jeff to win a championship. Matt, on the other hand, I blame
that nigga is stuck. That nigga's managing private party.
What is netty means when they break you up? One nigga became a star, the other nigga became a.
Christian still became a big enough star in his own right. He had a decent run.
But we talk about the E, bro. Like, come on, everybody who went to TNA had a decent TNA run.
I'm just talking about in general. I don't really think
Big Papa Punk, Chris' favorite TNA wrestler, had a good TNA run.
Hey man, some of his best promos, G, ever. Best promos ever.
Like, I like Christian. Don't get me wrong. He has the best fucking theme song of all fucking time.
And look, hey, for our listeners, I know I said last year we was gonna do best theme song rankings. We're actually gonna do it this time though. We are actually going to
how many we doing?
Top 10.
This shit, that's gonna be hard as fuck for me. But my nigga, like Christian theme song, I don't know. I don't think it's better than You Think You Know Me, but it's good.
The thing is, Christian is the only Christian has a set. All of his theme songs are fire though. Like that, all of them are fire.
I was one of them peep niggas. I was doing a point where Christian was up there. That was me. I was doing that point. But like I said, like Martin Jannetty's it's a term in wrestling, right?
I get what you're saying.
Okay, but a lot of people was mad about like the Road Warriors and shit like that. It's just like basketball talk, dog. And I'll equate it to that. Even though wrestling a little bit different, bro. OGs is OGs, bro. Never gonna come about that. Like, we really don't have, like, when it comes to single wrestlers, we have Jordans, we have like The Rock and Steve Austin, who's cemented, right? Hunter cemented. Tag team division 8, it still need to develop and shit like that when it comes to who really the GOAT. Like the Roy Warriors was the GOAT, but they had a lot of WCW shit.
Yeah, most of their run was WCW.
A lot of OG, like, wrestling. Like, these niggas weren't really like wrestling fans. Half the niggas who saying Road Warriors should have been there either capping or they about to die in 2 days. So like it ain't something like, like what you should, like the Dudleys are the Dudleys, but a lot of the Dudley shit came from ECW and when they left, like when they was Team 3D. So like, a lot of that shit, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy is strictly WWE. I agree with that. Edge and Christian, I don't think was a
it's the longevity.
What'd you say?
They didn't have the longevity as a team.
They didn't have the longevity.
I think they had the moments. That's what really put them up.
Yeah, the moments, but a lot of their moments came.
They won almost all them TLC.
And a lot of their moments came from other tag teams being really, really good too. Yeah. Like it was a renaissance era in tag teams for three teams, by the way. But like in terms of like, WWE tag team situation, it sucks, but it has not always been like, a strong like roster. It always has
a good 2-3 year run, then it needs to, be retooled and rebuilt.
Broke up or some shit like that.
Yeah, and like now.
Throughout the New Day, remember these niggas came out as preachers.
Yep.
Like, and they are still the biggest tag team in the E. The Usos, wherever they was on that list, what number
7.
they was?
They were 7.
Deserved. You can't break them niggas up, but what the Usos did in terms of like revitalizing tag team wrestling in the E. Because most of that shit used to be, hey, you a tag team? Yeah.
And then they've been a tag team longer than New Day. They've been a tag team since 2010.
They also brothers. But,
real
brothers. They helped, they revitalized the tag team in a way, like certain matches going, in a way of like, I know in the era where it was a lot of like, we need like a promo before the main event and shit of that nature, or it had to be like a Cena type situation in the main event, or a Taker type thing, even though around the Usos got Taker was leaving. You know what I mean? Like the main event, like they said, we can do this. Like the New Day, I mean the not only the New Day, like what the New Day, the Wyatts, and the Usos did for the tag team division going towards 2020. Like, come on. Bro,
They kept
I
it solid.
remember when the Wyatts was going against the Shield.
Woo! That was a
That
moment.
shit-
Really great TV.
Joe,
That was a moment.
gee, that was
A moment.
such a. Hey, I don't think I popped since, bro. I don't think I popped since. I'm like, yes, let's fucking go. Usos versus the Wyatts. Fucking crazy. Good ass matches, bro. Same thing with the New Day. New Day versus a lot of people don't remember. The New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson
Cesaro.
Kidd.
Yeah.
Good
That's
shit.
a deep cut.
Good shit.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, so like, this New Day never really had a bad fucking feud too. Like it is, they was able to do it. They was able to be really, really good heels, organically become baby faces off their heel run, be able to have a kitty ass gimmick that every fucking age love. They throw fucking musty pancakes at niggas, and some people take bites out of it. Like there is a difference in that shit, right? Okay, I know a lot of OGs who 2 steps away from their deathbed, 1 cigarette away from having lung cancer, want to talk about goddamn road boys and demolition and shit like that. Fuck it. I can't. It's not my fault I can't find a fucking VHS tapes of them actually wrestling for more than 5 minutes. Like fuck that shit, bro. But it is what it is. Blame Peacock because they ain't got the OGs on there yet.
They are on there.
Oh fuck it. Blame Peacock because that app sucks.
But
it is what it is. We can. I don't have like niggas be mad at anything. You put a top 10 list of the best thumbs up in wrestling, and the fact that Orange Cassidy ain't gonna win, niggas gonna cry. So.
That'd be fucked up if they did actually have a best thumbs up list.
My only real gripe that I would say I will have with this list is I do not believe that the Brothers or Destruction are a top 10 tag team.
I agree with that statement as well.
They didn't have a run per se, especially not considering that all the tag teams that are in the top 10 they didn't have a run like they did.
They did have a run during the Invasion era. They had a crazy run. The Brothers of Destruction is the Brothers of Destruction for a reason.
Yeah,
I remember.
But
that was pretty much the only run they had.
That's what I'm saying. I agree to an extent. Like fucking Kane and RVD was a little bit more assigned than the Brothers of Destruction.
It was. But this is my thing. They were gonna be on there. They might as well put when Triple H and Stone Cold.
Yeah, the power trip.
The 2-man power trip was fun because they were beating niggas' asses multiple times a night.
Just for fun.
Literally, like that was a moment, but it is what it is. And Triple H quadriceps said, "God bless." But let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. We appreciate you guys for listening. As always, make sure you follow us on Twitter at 3s from the ring, at 3s from the ring. We greatly appreciate that support. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We greatly appreciate that. And if you're just watching us, just the podcast, hit us up on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And make sure you share and subscribe. Share the content. Make sure you copy us on YouTweakingMedia.net. YouTweaking Media merch on YouTweakingMedia.net. We greatly appreciate all support. Thanks for listening, and peace.
Peace out.
All right.